Hi everyone. I'm just feeling a little low today. Um, I don't know exactly why, but I feel like I need to talk about the purpose of life, and I feel that's lacking today because everyone gets up with an objective. Everyone gets up with a positive attitude to learn something, to have a purpose, and it's very important to have a purpose, even if you're not working. You need to have a purpose in life. You are living for a reason, so you need to make the most of it. So when you are trying to make the most of it, there needs to be a continuous flow of energy that keeps you moving through the day. That continuous flow of energy can only happen when you have a true calling, when you have a purpose and you fulfill that purpose with complete dedication, sincerity and commitment. So that is what keeps you attached and engaged in life. Otherwise, you're just aimlessly walking the path of life without having really anything that's pushing you to do something. You can do a lot of things with money. Once you have a steady influx of money, and once you have savings, or if you're a person who doesn't wish to have savings, if you're a person who wants to spend that money as soon as you earn the money and you want to just live life king style, then you just travel the world, you go to fine dining restaurants, you just enjoy your life. So that's one way of living life. But you need to have a drive in life, which you need to wake up to every day. That today I'm going to do something. This is my structured goal. This is the way I'm going to lead my life. And this is going to be the process I go through every day. It need not be mechanical or robotic. You can bring about changes in the procedure, changes in the way you do something every day, because that will only foster learning. If you're going to repeat the same pattern every day, there is nothing new that you're learning. For example, I go to a certain place, I sit in front of my laptop, I open my laptop and I do the same work robotically or mechanically every day. I should learn something. I should understand something out of it. If I'm just functioning mechanically without learning anything, I'm not growing as a person. So for my own growth and development, I need to acquire that knowledge. And this whole concept of multitasking, doing 5-6 things at a time, I don't think that enhances productivity. People who are good at it, I mean, great for them. But what I feel is it sometimes lowers your productivity. When there is need for focus and streamlined work, when there is need for you to concentrate and be completely focused on one thing, multitasking never helps. Because when you're multitasking, you're sending out an email, you're checking your phone, you're answering messages, you're maybe cooking at the same time, you're kind of making notes at the same time, you're sketching at the same time, or you're doing 10 different tasks and trying to fulfill a certain objective, but you're not doing a good job of everything all at once. So it's better to pick up one task, do it with full sincerity and commitment, to an extent that even if a person is coming and standing in front of you, you are not realizing that there is a person in front of you. So you're oblivious to your environment to such an extent that you don't realize, you're not aware of what's happening around you, because you're that dedicated to fulfilling that task. That is your real purpose in life. That is what drives you to do more, to learn more, to gain more from life. So when you wake up in the morning, you need to have that purpose, and that lack of that purpose is what generally puts people in a lot of depression or instills a feeling of loneliness. So that is something that we don't want. So what I feel is a purpose. I won't name it an objective or a goal, or I won't set a standard and say that this is the standard you need to reach, or this is the goal you need to achieve, or this is the objective with which you need to lead a life. But there has to be purpose. By purpose, I mean to imply that there needs to be learning. And learning is a process which is slow, which is gradual, which happens every day. When I read books, I educate myself, and then I add value to the world. So that is the larger picture. So instead of, we can't directly get there. So instead of getting there too quickly, what we can do is every day we can learn something new, even a new skill. Say you learn knitting, you learn stitching, you learn to draw something differently, you learn a piece of art, you learn a piece of craft, or even chopping the wood, you do it in a different way. It could be any skill, but there is a learning involved in that, and that understanding and absorbing that learning is very important. That is what is grasping. So once you pick up that skill and you're able to monetize on that skill, you're able to get to the larger picture, or get a little closer to the larger picture of giving back to the society. So every learning is actually linked to what you can give back to the society today. So that flow is something that needs to constantly be there every day, that constant flow of energy. So how you physically rejuvenate yourself by exercising, in a similar fashion, you need to also mentally rejuvenate yourself. You need to constantly refresh your mind, clean your mind, bring in new thoughts, bring in new ideas. And for that you need to read. You need to read, learn, understand, and you can have this ability, or this sort of inclination or liking for books is what makes you learn a lot. Once you learn skills, you can put that to a certain purpose, and then once you achieve that purpose, you feel a sense of satisfaction and contentment. That is what I aim at doing every day. There are days, like for example today, when I'm feeling extremely dull, I feel like I don't have a purpose today. But the purpose can be different every day. It need not be the same, but there should be some kind of a link between what you're doing today and what you're doing tomorrow, and say 1 week after that, or 1 month after that, or 1 year after that. When you're having a career shift or a career change, then your purpose changes. So that is a different thing altogether. But when you're striving to achieve something and you wake up with a purpose in life, that purpose needs to be linked. So every day you learn something, you learn a new skill, you have a purpose, there is a link in the purpose, there is a flow of energy which leads you to achieve something, and then gives you a sense of satisfaction. The sense of satisfaction is what is of utmost importance here. If you are not happy with what you're doing every day, that is what puts you in depression. So for example, there's a couple and one of the partners passes away. The other one needs to find a purpose to live. It is a very harsh or a brutal truth that in order to move on with life, in order to live on with life, having the knowledge that you're not going to receive the support you were receiving from your partner earlier is extremely difficult to cross. But once you find a purpose in life, it becomes slightly easier. It's somewhat of a distraction, and it gives you the ability to live the rest of your life. So that kind of a drive is what we need for us to live every day, to get through the obstacles every day. There are going to be hurdles, it is going to be difficult, but the purpose cheers you on, it drives you on to something better. So at the end of the day, you'll get a good night's sleep thinking that today I set out with a goal and I achieved that goal. It could be a very small goal. It could be something as simple as doing a 15-minute workout, or it could be something as simple as a half an hour long walk, or something as simple as booking a ticket to fly somewhere, or booking a hotel, or it could be just cooking a nice meal, or drawing something which gives you satisfaction. So even a small simple task that gives you satisfaction, once you finish it, you feel a sense of contentment, and that is what even I strive to achieve every day. And today I'm not able to do that for whatever reason, and that's what sort of put me in this mood, but it also encouraged me to make a video out of it. So just see if you can add that purpose to life, and then almost every sad day can be turned into somewhat a happy day. So every day is not going to be the same, and it's easier said than done, but having a purpose is very important, is what I would like to emphasize upon. Hence the video. So hope this cheers you up if you're having a dull day like I am. So that's it from my end. Thank you.